Hello again, everyone. Jeff here with an example of selling stock short. So, normally, you buy a stock, you hope the stock of the price goes up, you then sell the stock. If you think the price of a stock goes down, you can sell the stock, wait for the price to go down, and then buy it. This is very strange to most people when they hear that for the first time. It doesn't seem to make any sense. So let me, before we even look at any numbers here, give an example of how this might work. So let's say that your friend has we'll say Magic the Gathering card, and you think that this card is highly overvalued at the moment. So Magic the Gathering, a deck building game, there are cards, people buy and sell them from each other sometimes. And currently this card that your friend has is trading on eBay, let's say, for $10, and you think that's outrageous. So what you do is you say, hey friend, may I borrow your Magic the Gathering card? And your friend says, yes, sure, why not? So you take that card that your friend has given you and you sell it for $10 on eBay. So now you have $10 and no Magic the Gathering card. This is going to be a problem when your friend wants the card back. So what you do is you sit around, stall your friend, wait for the value of the card to drop, and let's say that it does to $1. At that point, when your friend is pestering you for the card back, you go back to eBay, you buy the card for $1, and you get it in the mail and give it back to your friend. Your friend has his card back, and you have $9 because you sold it for $10 and then bought it back for $1. Your friend isn't any wiser to what's gone on. You've made $9 on the price of something falling. Selling a stock short is exactly the same thing as what we just went over. You borrow the stocks from someone, you wait for their price to fall, you buy them back, and then give them back to their original owner. So in this case, we are selling short 100 shares at $80, which means that we are going to receive $8,000. That is the amount that we receive from the short sale. And this next line here indicates that there is a 50% initial margin requirement. Margin here is slightly different than what we mean when we're talking about margin when making a purchase. A broker is going to require a margin on this because essentially you have $8,000 that's not really yours, because at some point you're going to have to buy those 100 shares back in order to give them back to the person you borrowed them from. So there is a chance that the stock price here is going to go up. If it were to go up to $100, you'd have to buy them back for $10,000, and you don't have that much money. So your broker is going to require you to keep more in your account than that original $8,000. In this case, it's a 50% requirement, which means you're going to have to put another $4,000 in the account. So the total amount in the account will be $12,000. In this particular example, our strategy is going to work because the price of the shares is going to fall to $70. That means that they are worth $7,000. And we can ask what our profit here is. One of the tricks here is that this is a lot easier than it seems because we can ignore the margin requirement, the total in the account, and all that kind of stuff. The profit here is exactly the same as it is in any other normal circumstance. The profit is the amount that we receive minus the amount we paid. In this case, we received $8,000 and we paid $7,000, and so we have made a profit here of $1,000. Why can we just ignore this margin requirement? Margin requirement is like a deposit on an apartment rental. It's something that you pay up front, and in the end, you get it back it's almost as if it never happened. So in this case, yes, we did have to add $4,000 to the account to satisfy our broker, but it's our $4,000. At the end of this transaction, it's still our $4,000. Nothing has happened to it. We can take it out of the account now. It's completely irrelevant as far as the profit is concerned in this case. So we've made $1,000 by selling $8,000 worth of stock, waiting around, and then buying it back for $7,000.